waiting on a large file download. So when that happens, I'll get back to it. Anyway, I'm here now. And if you're looking, that means you're here now. The description of what I'm going to speak about now is DV. That's domestic. I'm not going to say the word because I'll be banned. Also, emotional blank BUSE and financial ABUSE. Certain words you can't say on here because they block you. And then they have me monitored because they're zooming in on everything I say. Oh, and speaking of zooming in, please be advised, notice forthwith that I have alerts on anything that pertains to anything with my name, anything about me. So apparently, there have been numerous searches conducted. Please continue to conduct all your searches. Please do so. I'm asking you, please, and let me know if you find out that I have like an unknown source of wealth income. Please let me know. Anyway, yeah, because the elected officials and people that have the fiduciary access because of how they bow down and how they dance with that APAC. Yeah, they like following me because I speak about stuff, and apparently, could you believe it? They think that I'm part of a think tank. Oh, a political operative. The think tank is here in my brain. Thank you all very much. Thank you, lead paint. If anybody watches my video, that's a little haha, because I grew up, and I'm sure I ingested quite a bit of lead paint, which may be the contributing factor to my personality. No, all kidding aside. Yeah, DV is a very, very serious matter, and ABU blank S blank E is also a serious matter. Certain words I don't want to say because they just like to block it because it's like I said, they want to watch. They want to watch. Do you know how many hemorrhoids? No. Yeah, so that DV and emotional AB blank SE and also financial. And that happens with primarily women. It happens with men too, but I'm not on the men. I'm not on the boys' team. I'm on the girls' team. I'm all for women because women always, because we're such emotional beings, we think with our heart, and then I've done it, and then we're like, oh, well, they had a bad day, or oh, they're stressed. And what about you? Or what about us? Okay? So no, really, it's just women stay in situations that we should bounce from. We really, really should, because we have that everlasting hope, and we have that fantasy type of brain that we think that they're going to improve. We do. We have that tendency. We think that things will get better. And we stay in situations where we shouldn't be. And we stay with, if it's not DV, it's emotional. Emotional, like where they're they're not nice, they're not kind to women, and they say stuff that's mean-spirited, and they'll make comments about your body, or they'll say, like I was watching, like I watch, I cancel my subscription because I'm not paying for, I'm eliminating, what I'm doing now, I am eliminating my financial connections with these places that are horizontal with what's happening. And that's a whole nother video, but I'll talk about that too. But let me take off my band. Ooh, look at that hair. I have this on to keep my hair toned down because my hair is very unruly and oh, that's nice, right? All right, let me put it back on. Just in case anybody wants to see what the cost, the texture of my hair is, You got everything you need, right? Anybody who did the DNA ancestry, they got everything they need on you. Let's get back to the DV. Yeah, abuse it happens often. It happens with women. It happens with men. But like I said, I'm for the ladies. I'm for the girls because us girls have to. We're always the ones responsible for everything, the decisions in the family. I mean, for the most part, I speak on I think in most situations, most dynamics, relationships, the wife, mother, auntie, grandma is usually the primary decision maker for the most part. I mean, if we're not the main decision maker, we're the ones we're dropping the seeds for our other halves, because sometimes we just for the most part we have to be the brain that let them be the brawn. But yeah, so women stay where they shouldn't be, and another thing with that happens often, and also with emotional abuse. I was watching a show, and one of the cast members, her man said to her, he complained about her anatomy, saying that it was small, referring to her behind. And it just, like I said, abuse, when somebody starts commenting on your body, and here's what abusers do. They'll say stuff, and then if you respond what? Like me, I'm like, what? What'd you say, what? What? It's like, you don't get that little, yes, yeah. But, and then if you respond, they're like, well, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. You're only kidding? You're only kidding? Yeah. So anyway, things like that's abuse. When people start making comments and they do it but I'm only kidding. No, you're being a blank wad. You're being a blank wad. You're being cute, and you're trying to get a rise out of me because this is how certain people. That's how their mind works. And then also too, in a lot of relationships, the male always tries to be, they want to dominate and control a woman, and by dominating and controlling, it's either through money. For the most part, the man is usually the higher income earner. Well, unless you hook up with somebody who's got the cabbage, and you pretend to have the cabbage, but you don't have the cabbage. But there's always false bank statements to cover that. That's the people that want to front and tell you something. But look, here's the statement. So yeah, abuse comes in a lot of areas, women. It comes in a lot of different forms, and you gotta really watch. You gotta watch. And now with me, I'll talk about situations that had happened with me. Now, I was told that I was an IDIO. I was told that I was overweight. I was told a lot of stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah. So you get into that cycle. See, but not everybody's like me. So basically, I'm like, oh, okay. This is the show now. Okay, now curtain's on. Curtain comes up. This is your act now. Okay, all right. Let me watch you. Let me focus in on what you're trying to present here to me, because I'm gonna bring it back to you, and I'm gonna flip it, and you're gonna be like, whoa, did that really happen? Wow. she's a lot smarter than I thought. But anyway, like I said, not everybody is like me. Not everybody has my type of, you know, but I am sensitive, and I have been in situations where I was not. Uh, there was DV, there was DV where many times, uh, not this situation, but the past, and I stayed and even went back. I mean, but um, that happens, unfortunately. But it's situations that you should never ever be in. You should never be in, because if somebody, when a man starts to, like I said, for the most part, a man is going to have the dominance over the female on the financial level, and then also then there's the emotional level. Like men that their women know that they're stepping out, because we stay attached to them, we stay with them. We're like, all right, I know what this, but it's like, it's what becomes, you become the wife, or the mother becomes the Madonna, blank blank ORE, because you know what is going on, you know what's happening, but you just kind of like, okay, well, I got the house, I got everything, the kids are, and unfortunately that happens. It happens with a lot of situations. And is it right? No. Is it what happens? Unfortunately, yeah. But it's just the way women shouldn't. You shouldn't be treated like that. And then also too, there's the financial, the emotional. There's a lot of manipulation that happens. That's all abuse. This is all abuse. So if anyone watching, anybody who watches later, somebody in a situation like this, try to do something. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't really want to deal with you. Thank you. Okay, deleted messages. Yeah, that's right. Delete it. So yeah, you know what? You should just be aware. And for women that are in these situations, get yourself out, because you're going to lose time in your life, and then you'll be like, wow, I should have listened. I should have paid better attention. And then you're like, then you have to recoup and you have to recover. And then you could just start vlogging about it, then you could write a book about it, and you could have a novel and all this stuff and that stuff and all that. But yeah, women, just protect yourselves. Just protect yourselves. And if you are in a situation, start making your escape plan. Start, even if you have to, okay, I'm going to break it down. This is what happens in a lot of marriages, in a lot of situations. You might have children together, you might have property together, you might have business together, whatever. And then you know that the relationship tanked, you know that it's over and done with, and then you end up where you gotta cohabitate with them, get room dividers, if you have to. And it unfortunately it happens, and it happens to a lot of people. People end up staying in situations. Technically, the person should leave. Somebody should leave, and for the most part, it should be the male. The male should be the one to leave, especially if there's children involved. If there's no children involved, then the woman should be, depending on the situation. But yeah, ladies, protect yourself at all costs. Protect yourself at all costs. And if you know anybody in a situation where they're being abused, they're being manipulated. And it doesn't necessarily have to be their significant other. It could be people that are in their circle, okay? People that are in their circle that are feeding them. They're planting a lot of seeds. They're giving them a lot of fodder, and they're telling them stuff that really isn't what it is. But they're looking at the person as the ATM machine, all right? So now, story here with me. I did some trademarks, right? And then I called up a few attorneys. They gave me these numbers that were freaking out of this world. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Come to find out, I did the trademarks on my own. But what I'm saying is, if there's an opportunity for somebody to make money on you, oh, baby girl, they're going to be on you like white on rice. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, let me do that. Then I'll help you do that. And meanwhile, come to find out, you could do stuff on your own. Or you could do stuff at like a much reduced cost. So be careful. Be careful who you're doing. Be careful who you know, you get involved with, number one. And if they turn out to be a no good blank blank, you know, then you got to end up going to court and all that crazy stuff. It's like, yeah, just watch yourself, ladies. Don't be impressed by somebody who is, you know, what you think super attentive and they're so nice. Oh, God. They're such a true. Oh. I went to a one-woman comedy show. Oh, he's so nice. And then he's so nice, turns out to be a real, you know, and you're like, and I thought he was so nice. Boy, did he have me for. And it happens to men too. I mean, I've heard stories where men, you know, they meet some lady, and then they're all like, you know, they take their time, and then next thing you know, they're hooked up, and then you got and you got people with all this game, and it's like, yeah, be careful, be careful. You got to vet people, you got to vet them, you got to find out who they are, where they're from, know who their mother is, know who their father is, no, check their iris. But it's the truth. You really have to know, and you have to be careful, because there's a lot of characters out here, a lot of characters, and there's a lot of people that don't really. They're not out for your best interest. They're out for their own best interest. And they'll lead you to believe that they're out for your best interest. And then once that light goes off and you're like, oh, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back. Peace and blessings. Thanks for watching.